Ask any officer why they chose this career and you'll get a different answer every time. For some, it's a calling. For others, it's deeply personal. On this month Before the Badge, we're sharing part of Officer Bryan Reed's story, a story marked by tragedy, but transformed into purpose.
People don't call the cops to say hi. People call us to help. And you want to be that person that brings stability and just a little tiny light to a dark moment.
Reed remembers needing that kind of help himself. In 2002, officers responded to his family's home in Florida after his mother's ex-boyfriend showed up armed and angry.
Pure anger came in there to shoot her, shot current boyfriend. And then when my older sister, I think she was 15 or 16 at the time, she came out to see what was going on. He shot her. And then my sister and I went out there before my older brother stopped us as we were walking out the hallway, shoved us back into our bedroom. My older brother went and grabbed his BB gun and went out there and tried to scare him off, which it worked. However, we found out in court a few years later that the only reason I'm still here and my other sister and brother are here is because he ran out of ammo.
Three lives were lost that day. Reed's mother, her boyfriend, and Reed's sister. But even in that moment of horror, there was a glimmer of humanity.
The whole thing was horrible. And when the officers finally got there, cleared the house and everything, obviously we had to walk out and see everything. But I remember the officer picking me up, kind of shielding me a little bit, bringing me to his car, and he sat with me until my dad was able to get there.
He doesn't remember the officer's name, but he'll never forget how he made him feel.
I just remember that act of kindness, and it's kind of like one of those, you could be faceless and nameless, but you can still make an impact. That's kind of like what we do out here on the streets every day. Is people probably don't remember our names, they probably don't even remember what I look like. But I can make a difference just like that officer did, or I at least try. Make sure you get quiet. There.
No audio of my broken.
From that day on, Reed knew he wanted to be the kind of person who shows up for others when they're hurting.
I was always wanting to be a cop. From that moment on, just been my career goal. And I used to be really scrawny and really skinny, and everyone used to say, well, good luck, we'll see how it goes.
He eventually moved to Indiana, studied criminal law at Ball State University, and joined IMPD in 2019. He says his past shaped him and helps him connect to those he now serves.
I've been on this side now, I understand how hard it is, but you just gotta sometimes distance yourself and think about it, and just think about how you would want to be treated, is how I try to think of it. And just try to be that better person, even when it's hard to do.
And to the officer who showed a young boy compassion on what was one of the worst days of his life, Reed has one simple message.
I'm assuming he's retired happily now, but hopefully he knows that he made an impact on not just me, but probably everyone else that he interacted with. I would like to think so, at least.